Hey guys, I know it's been quite a long delay. I know it was overwhelming for you guys, I'm sure. Uh, it was also a little bit overwhelming to get it all put back together, stack the walls, get this room right here, the arc entry. I want to make sure we are all on the same page before I go too much further. I think this is where we ended up. Uh, After we squeezed everything in and then re-added 2 feet back to the entry here. We'll touch base on the kitchen in a second. This was the big thing here. Uh, I was able to do a winder in this area. Let me get rid of this. This whole thing's showing here so we can get a different camera then. So we've got the 8-foot door in the front. We've increased we went from wall to wall 8 foot. We've got from the 18-foot, adding the extra 2 instead of going 16. So it pushed this room over into here. Now I've got that room completely on the grid line. We can go up 1 floor and see where we've got this floor stacks right over the top of that, opening out, and we've got about 5'3" in there. So we've got room if we wanted to push it back a couple inches to give it to this area here. I wasn't sure what we wanted to do with this. I think you had a bench or something set up to do the entry on this, so I just wanted to at least kind of open this up. You'd asked to put a couple of these windows in on one of yours, so we've got these little eye windows, one in the shower of this bathroom and one in the stairwell at the bottom right here. And by reducing the kitchen and everything, let's go take a look at that pantry real quick and make sure we're okay on that. We can look at the paper version as well, but basically we've still got the floor to ceiling in there. I come out from the corner. Now these guys at the cabinet shop, they are going to be the ones that know the magic. They'll know, because I think if we want to do this, we only have 9 foot. It's going to be tight. We'll have to pull this down. Instead of being 1 foot up, I think we might have to be 11 and a half or something like that for up off the bank. So I definitely would consult with the cabinet people on this. But this is all displayed in the kitchen deal, and I tried doing this a couple different ways. I'm not going to do any more until I got you on the other line, or I think I would recommend the kitchen people. What I did here was I had the fridge up in the corner, and I thought it would, gosh, I don't know, I think it probably would be better over in the corner. But I had it both ways, one in the corner and one over here. Maybe when I open up the other plan, it'll let us see that. So this is your pantry. Take a look at that and let me know if this is something you want to do still with the plan reduction. I like it. And I might even put the refrigerator back over there and give you a full counter, because this a little bit of a prep area on the other side. That's up to you guys. So that's what I struggled with trying to figure that out. But I dialed in the stairs. I tried to get the maximum minimums here so we're down to 1 tread here with a winder and up. And let's take a look and see what they are. I think they're 7 and 11 sixteenths. Okay, come on. There we go. I guess I need to click on this section here. So 7 and 11, okay. And so that's what we need to have to get up there. That puts us out here at about 14 foot on the balcony. And then I've got a 4-foot ledge there at the top. And there's a 5-foot height off of the floor to the flat part here, to the great room walls. You'd asked me to do something about the windows here on this one. Let's take a close look at that. I think we're pretty close to the handrail, and I think you had drew a square window. That might have been on the other side, but let me go up a floor, one more, and we'll get the ceiling put in here.
Want a fast and easy dinner? Grab refreshing Greek salads and
So
tortellini
we've got this
prepared
flat
in this
area
apartment. Taste the
that's going to
Mediterranean
be,
now at
I
Whole
think,
Foods Market.
from the center back 5 foot, and from the center this way 5 foot, just to be symmetrical and to get these trusses to drop in there. But we can get to that. I came down here and we put the laundry room here. I couldn't remember if we had a window in there. I basically tried to get, we were kind of minimum. Let's take a look at that. I think I used the bathroom in here. I went ahead and went with 36 inches here. We can move this down to 30. Recommended 36. I usually do 36 there. And the shower is going to be 5 foot. And then I think that just gave us whatever we ended with up there. 4'9" on the inside. So that's what we got there with the bathroom. So I'll look at the thing in 3D glass and let you guys take a look at it. This area in the back, if we cover this porch, and I think I've got a 4-foot covered porch enough to come out and match your bump here for the great room bump. So I've got this covered area here in the front. You may wish to get rid of that, but if you wanted to have these covered areas right here, from here, I've got them coming out 4 foot, and then I also brought it 4 foot in so that you could have that covered roof extend up there. If you want me to take and get rid of that, I can go bring it right over there and just cut it off. I thought this would be a nice way of tying that roof together there. They'll just frame these mono trusses over and then overframe this area there in the top. Moving everything around, it took we squeezed windows, we moved windows, a lot of stuff got crazy on this. So I just put out all the outside walls where I could get them to stop moving. So let me know if some of the windows aren't right. Let's go revisit that. Get that pink thing off the back there. Do the 3D glass. And I'll do, let's do visit that kitchen. I think we already did that. But, put this back on there. We'll see if my camera will behave okay. Oh, we had talked about the stairs. I think he wanted to even these two walls up here. Now this stair system is kind of kicked off, and we're at a minimum. That's where it lands. We've got a 4-foot landing above, and I've got these. I took this bathroom wall here, and I'm pretty sure I lined it up with this. You might choose to slide this whole thing forward and bring the wall square off underneath this. Have a little bit higher door there. But you can slide it underneath as far as that and still get it and have that extra room there for your entry. So let me know what I'm going to do there. And what I've got here is regular 8-foot tall, 3-foot wide entry door. And then I just made I think it's a 14-inch wide transom. And then let me let my dog out. Wouldn't you know that she wants to get out now? Here you go. Okay. And I went ahead and threw the handicap sink in here just so you guys could take a look at it. I think they probably have these at Lowe's. And again, like I said, we're 5'3" on the inside. So if we had to scooch some in to steal some back for the entry in this area, the door could go left, right. You might put the window on. I don't know. Some people might want the side light over here. And that way you could maybe have a bench and the door would be closer to the center of the room. Totally up to you guys. That's why we'll have to chat about it. But I think I might do something like this. That way it would, if you had coats and stuff on the sidewall, you could open the door and any coat rack or anything you have there is going to be in here. But I like that better. But you guys tell me. We can certainly change that. So we got the bathroom. We got the family room in here. We do have still a barn door in the family room. I don't know if we want to reposition that door or let's take a look and see how it looks to the one upstairs. I think that turned out okay. In the bedroom, I want to see how this window here. Might move that over a little bit. So out here into the great room, let's see if I can get this thing to pick up in this area with the other camera. I couldn't get these little triangle walls to fill in. For some reason, had to do with the framing. But this is what it's going to kind of look like up there with your 5-foot walls. And they might, there's other ways to do these trusses. They might frame it where this 8-foot wall goes all the way across. And this truss has a little nub that sticks out and drops this on the inside. Either way, we'll get that get in there for you. And I think we've already checked out the master wing, but let's go in there and take a look. I don't have anything in the ceiling. I can't remember if we were going to do a tray ceiling in there or not. Last time we just kind of banged the doors in there. We've got some, let's see, what do we have here? Let's make these like 48 inches. And this one here. Okay. I guess more than anything, I just want to share what I've got. It was a lot harder to put back together than I thought. But one of the things I wanted to address was you had mentioned that from the front, let me correct this here real quick. I changed that front entry to make it smaller. I need to make sure that the roof is still vaulted in there in the front of this. See, this is the one I want. Oh, let me see what happened. Okay. That's what I was trying to get. We'll get this little booger back where it goes. I noticed I did set something kind of weird there. What do we got? Oh, it's a cabinet. Part of the kitchen remodel. Sorry about that. Get caught up with that kitchen remodel.
What do the steam engine
Now,
and AI
out
overcome?
here,
They don't just change
we got a
how
couple. We
we
got
work,
two different
they
roofs
transform
coming
entire
together. But
businesses. We're the
let's go back to where we were talking about the front gables. Now, I think one thing you had said was it looked like I dropped the pitches down. Now we do have these at 10-12. Both of all the front facing gables are 10-12, and front to back I think we're 5-12, which is low. But all this is dictated by trying to catch up with where we place this low truss at the 5 foot above. Now, I think one thing that might make this look better, if that's what you were thinking, these lower roofs are at a 412. I wanted to do this to see if this is really what you were even talking about. So from the front, this roof here, I'm going to change all of these to a 412 like this. And what you'll see is this thing drop down, and it should give us more, let me get rid of the trusses out of there. It should give us more ridge bump, which might be what you were looking at. So from the front elevation, if I just drop this roof, just like I did, so that it is a 412 here, no change in cost, but what it does, it gives us a contrast to this upper roof. Let me know if that's what you wanted. It doesn't cost anything. It's no worse on the truss. I'll just stitch these things back together. Let me know. I just have to design it. But what it would do is it would tie everything together here.
Every day, once a day, give yourself a present. Don't plan it. Don't wait for it. Just let it happen. Could be a new shirt at the men's store, a catnap in your office chair, or 2 cups of good, hot, black coffee. Like this. A present. Like Christmas.
Hey guys, I probably don't need to do any more than this. I think I even did visit the boys' room though. I haven't went back and worked on any of the electrical since there's outlets probably everywhere. So the electrical page will be a bit wacky, but I'm just trying to get the roofs, the doors, the walls aligned, everything looking good. We don't have any windows on this wall over here, which is fine with me. It's up to you guys. So this might be a place you want to add some windows. We added this one and this one. Reconfigured the kitchen a little bit. Okay, and I forgot to ask you, this right here, you said we could minimize the garage. So if you'll notice here, I've got the grids, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on right up to here. So I've got the front face of the house is at 5. I've got the front porch on the grid line 6, which is 4 feet out. I brought the entry another 2 feet. It's on grid line 7. So what I think you're talking about in regards to reduction of the garage is this right here. Just tell me how far we want to move this up if we are indeed going to grab the front of the garage and slide it in. Right now it's out 14 foot, which is 8 foot off of, excuse me, it's 8 foot off of grid line 7 down there at the bottom. So just let me know if where we want to move this wall to. And right now our garage square foot is 761. So let's take a quick look at this here in 3D. Let's try for the heck of it to put this in here. I'm going to put in the background the previous project. So if I go here, okay. We want to go to the previous, this one here will probably work. Okay. All right. This shows how I talked about dropping that one roof here. Let's go back one more version and see what one version further back does. See, what did we have? What did that do? Is our roof dipping in there? Oh, it looks about right. Okay. So let's take and reference this other one. Go back to this one. Maybe it won't like. Okay, that goes back a couple versions. I'm just trying to bring in the other model. You kind of see how the things moved. This has to do, I think, with that 2-foot expansion or reduction. This is probably where we were. Okay, yeah. I think when we bumped this out, or bumped the great room out 2 feet, it pushed both wings. So this shows this left-hand side, or the right-hand side staying the same. And, or I'm sorry, we do have a 2-foot increase there. But either way, let's go ahead and get that off of there. We'll do the existing plan. Okay. I guess let me know on this one how much we want to reduce this on the front. Like I say, on the grid lines, we were right here. Is an 8-foot step in the front there, and this might have been the best place to do that. The reference plan. Sometimes we can get a better look at it from here. Okay, yeah, this kind of shows how much got moved around. So anyways, take a look at it. See if we're looking pretty good. The layout here. Jiffy on into like this. Starting from the front. This might be the roof that you were looking at. And I think that since I just changed it, let me try to do this. It should redo that. And I'm not going to mess with too much of that until we talk. The plan that I'm sending you has it at the other pitch. So dropping this makes it look bigger. So let me know if that, and again, I can do it with this one too. This is going to drop right here. The 2 sides are going to get lower, similar to the upper side. There we go. So just let me know if that's where we want to go with that. Check out the elevations, make sure everything's looking good. If you want to add any more thing on these pages right here before we wrap it up, now would be a good time to let me know what you may have found or not found for finishes. Also, if Rob's got anything on that wood stove, I've still just got a generic placeholder in there. For this right here deal, I drew a box around the fireplace, and we probably do need to have a good idea what you want to do, whether it's going to be natural gas. It sounds like it's going to be wood fired, and the builder's he's going to ask more questions about that, or maybe have definitely somebody else, a fire guy, install that stuff. But gas is a lot easier for them to do. Let's take and buzz in a little bit more. Here's the upper floor. I think everything is pretty self-explanatory. Take a real quick look at this. Make sure that we're looking okay down here with these. I did put a bunch of stuff in the... Double check me on all these numbers here, but I think we're looking pretty good. As far as the green area is going to be your living area. We've got covered porches and whatnot, a garage, and so, and then this yellow is open to below. Here is I think a little bit further on, I've left the handicap stuff in there just for reference. But I did find that reference. Here's information on the foundations, the trusses, the electrical, the kitchen's got your cabinets, dimensions, sections. You might want to totally get rid of this right here. It's up to you. Take a look at it. This right here is a triangle. The rule of thumb is no more than 9 and no less than 7 on any leg of the 3-legged triangle. I don't think we're breaking any rules. So I tried to throw in some 3Ds and some elevations for all the bathrooms so we could make sure that everything's going to be looking good. And then I didn't forget something. We had a lot of changes happen. I've got more plot plans than I would like to put in there, but I wanted to include enough that we could glean from it what we really want. Didn't want to overlap too much here because we have some overlapping data anyways. And I didn't know if you guys have other info that you'd want me that's clean, you want me to incorporate to put in there or whatnot. And then this is just kind of, I put in this satellite view because I'm not sure exactly where we want to be. And that's going to be something we can, I guess, play with the contractor on and mean, I can grab the house and drag it like right there too. I'm not sure exactly where in the corner it is. So doors and windows, take a look at that, roll through it. Windows is there, and the sections and wall heights and whatnot I've got dialed in there. Got a 0 transition, excuse me. It's going to be probably 1 3/4 inches by the time the guys get done with it. They'll flush this concrete with the top of the stem wall, and this is always stepped up just a little. Let's get to the end of this thing, and we need to start cutting some boards on this thing. I think it's about ready to build. I did throw in 2 doll houses at the end here, and once you know it, I hit the recycle button, so it's going to go back through these. So I think that's all I had, guys. I'll forward this and the current plan. Let's get together and nail this down. I'm sure we're close. Let me know if I forgot anything. Thanks.